So recently there's been a bunch of Aeternus progress, and you probably know that because of Dewbbs and his most recent video, which shows that we finally have seen this level done in 9 runs. Now obviously this isn't one person doing the level in 9 runs, this is 9 separate people, and Dewbbs claims that this is way harder than any top 1, so if we go off of that, that means that stuff like Cosmos Unleashed and Heliopolis and Vehemence, which are some of the top ones we currently have, they're getting verified. Even Grief, they're nowhere near the difficulty of this. This is way harder than all of them. I mean, we kind of expected that, but by the sounds of things, Dewbbs thinks this is much harder. And that makes sense since we can see that this is a combined 3,000,000 attempts from all of them. That is so many attempts. Now I understand that some of these players are people jumping from very minimal achievements compared to Aeternus. However, 3,000,000 is still nothing to scoff at no matter how good you are at the game. Now as you can see, these are the players here, and I want to go over each of them. But first of all, I want to go over a certain few first, because 4 of these players were actually able to get world record runs on Aeternus in less than a week. So the first one is Yoshi here, who you probably saw in the video get 16 to 24. However, his world record run was actually doing 77 to 100 3 days ago, and this is such an underrated achievement. Less than 1,000 people have seen this. Now, you probably didn't know this because, well, we saw Chill Guy get another world record, which, as you can see here, was 72 to 100, by far the current world record on this level. And as you can see, Chill Guy believes that this is 100% harder than Acheron. Now, I don't know how truthful that statement is going to be, because I'm very certain that Chill Guy's hardest is nowhere near Acheron difficulty. However, considering that people have been playing Aeternus for years now, again, just those couple of people alone have over 3,000,000 attempts, and yet this is still the world record run on the level, should prove its difficulty, and I think it is probably true that this is a lot harder than Aeternus, but yeah, this was a really cool achievement to see. We also saw a player called Clicks pop off recently, and this guy is actually really goated at the game. As you can see, he got the world record of 32 to 43, and in only 132,000 attempts. I say only, and that is a lot of attempts. But considering that everyone else is by like a mile in the hundreds of thousands, for people playing Aeternus, stuff like 300,000 attempts is in the low range, so the fact that he was able to do a world record run in that many attempts is actually crazy. And he's gotten a couple of other good runs, so this is a really good player. And finally, we have Flingus, who was able to get 52 to 61, which is also a world record 6 days ago. Again, under 1,000 views. What are we doing? These guys are pushing the absolute limits of these impossible levels, and they're just getting no recognition. And what's even crazier is you can see that he has actually spent even less attempts than the last guy, 112,000. And keep in mind that he says this is harder than 77 to 100, which we've already stated was a world record run 3 days ago. And keep in mind that playing to 100 is the most competitive part of Aeternus, so that is actually crazy. And I hope this doesn't undermine the other players here. I think you should support every single person you see in this description, because even runs like WShock's 49 to 57, which may not sound like a lot, is actually a really heavy and really amazing achievement, because you have to keep in mind, to get any world record on Aeternus in the modern day takes absolutely stupid amount of attempts. Like, that is no easy feat to do. And as you can see, this guy has 378,000 attempts on the level, so again, they're all pouring their heart into this. Pretty much, it's their entire personality for everyone playing at this point to be playing Aeternus. Genuinely, it's really, really, really impressive. And of course, there's Dewbbs for getting the best run from 0. This guy's been absolutely popping off. He's been doing so much for the community. He's got Silent Circles in 2 runs. He's gotten really good Aeternus progress. He's got really good Unnerved Sakupin Circles progress. This guy is just super good at the game. He is definitely one of the most promising upcoming players. Go support him and just watch this video. Support everyone. I do not have much more to comment on this, but I'm just really absolutely flabbergasted that we have this in 9 runs. That's all from me though. Peace.